Alright guys, so today I'm showing you my Elements of Art project. We're cooking chicken Alfredo. So yeah. This is heavy cream, Parmesan cheese. We have some milk to substitute for the lack of heavy cream that we have, and butter, chicken, pasta, pepper, salt, pretty much. So let me just show you all these ingredients. You got Parmesan cheese right here, heavy cream right here, butter right here, and milk. So right now we're gonna wash our chicken. Alright guys, so I already washed my hands. Just gonna take this, I'm gonna wash it off, put it on paper towel. Now, you wanna make sure your hands are clean. You wash your hands because we're dealing with chicken. Make sure you wash everything. Alright, so now that we got that done, we're going to want to start boiling our pasta, so we're going to turn it on high. And then we're going to wait for that to start boiling before we put the pasta in. So we're going to set up our sauce. What we'll need for this is heavy cream. I'm just using milk. Heavy cream mixed with milk makes it, a little bit thicker, a little bit thinner, but we can fix that. Got some Parmesan cheese, butter. Again, you're gonna need salt and pepper. And yeah, we're just going to wait for everything to happen. Alright, so right now, we're going to dry the chicken, move it over to the cutting board, and then change its shape, put it into the pan, and cook it. So I'll show you that right now. There you go. So you can see that, hopefully. Alright guys, so now we are going to season our chicken with salt and pepper, stick it in the pan, it's gonna cook. So we're gonna turn our other pot, or pan, onto the highest setting so that we make sure it's safe to eat, we don't get sick, all that good stuff. So for this, I'm using olive oil, salt, and pepper. Going to toss this around. Gonna get it. Now we're gonna cut it. So as you see, we're changing its shape into a smaller piece. You can see that? So that's pretty much a bite-sized piece that we can fit in our mouth. Not this big long piece compared to that. Alright, so we got our pan set up. Just gonna drizzle a little bit of olive oil in there. Now we're gonna put our meat in there. Alright guys, so alright guys, it's about ready to cook. So now we're gonna start out our sauce. So as I said before, we are going to use heavy cream, butter, Parmesan cheese, and milk. What we're going to do first is we're going to slice the butter right here. Nice big old piece of butter. Gonna pour in our heavy cream. Now, I just want you guys to see the color changes. So it starts off really white, and then it slowly changes color as the longer it's been in the pan, because heat burns it, of course, and gets darker. But that's good because it tastes amazing. Now we're going to add some Parmesan cheese. Add some more milk to that. Our chicken's almost done. We're still working on the sauce. So you don't want your sauce to taste bland. You want it to have a little bit of, kick to it. So we're going to put a lot of pepper, personal preference, salt. Going to put in the rest of that butter. Now we need it to be thick. So right now the texture is it's a little bit thin. You want it to be a little bit thicker than that. So we're going to keep on cooking it. We're going to put in a little bit of cheese. Let that simmer for a while. So the reason why there's not that much chicken is because you don't want the chicken to take up all the space when you're with the pasta. You don't want your chicken to run out before your pasta. If anything, you want your pasta to run out, or you want your chicken. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. You want your chicken to stay before the pasta leaves. So you don't want to have a lot of chicken. You don't want a lot of chicken taking up all of the space in the dish. So you might even use half of that because we don't have that much pasta in there. So, I don't know if you can see this. Here, I'll change the camera. The color of the pasta has changed. Because it's been in the pan for a while. So the color of it has changed. Just gonna give this a quick taste. Make sure. Yeah, it's good. But this is personal preference. I think it needs a little bit more pepper. And some butter. I don't know if you guys noticed, but as the chicken cooks, it changes form. Before it was all mushy, had no really backbone to it. Now this has a backbone to it. It's nice and stiff, doesn't really want to move much. We are going to take this off the stove, put this in a bowl. Notice, but this represents value and color at the same time. The reason is because this is much darker than the milk was when you poured it in. It's because as it cooked, like I said earlier, as it cooks, it gets a little bit darker because it's been in the pan longer. When we put the pasta in, it was very stiff, pretty much like a lime, right? As we cooked it, the texture, the thickness, it became more bendy, and that represents a lime. So I'm just gonna go through all of these. I probably already said it, but I just want to offer some clarification. Line was when the spaghetti started off, but now it's starting to become bendy. So it started off straight, but now it's becoming more, as it cooks, it becomes more flexible. Shape, when we cut the chicken, it's changing shape because it became more, because we were making it more bite-sized. Form, as the chicken cooks, it changes its form from being really stiff to being, you know, it went from being, you know, little bendy to being stiff. Color, when we pour half and half in, and the milk as well. We pour the half and half of the milk in. Look, milk is this color, but the Alfredo sauce is this color. I don't know if you guys can see that. The texture. So we have to make sure the sauce is creamy but thick as well. We don't want it to be too creamy because you won't get that much taste. It won't taste as good if it's creamy. If it's really thin, we have to have a thick base. Value. The lightness of the sauce changes as the longer it cooks. So pretty much just explain that. So we'll skip to the end and I'll show you everything, the final product. Alright guys, welcome to the end. This is where you want to have a strainer and a bowl in place because you're going to mix everything together. So we're going to strain our spaghetti, or our noodles, pasta, I'm sorry, because that's done. So, to mix everything together, alright guys, to mix this together, we're going to need all of our ingredients, which include pasta, chicken, and our sauce is still on the stove, just a little bit. So we're going to combine all of this on our chicken. Pasta. Put a little bit more chicken in there. And cream sauce onto this bowl. Now we're going to mix. I don't know if you can see this very well, but there's a balance between chicken, the sauce, and pasta, and that. That's the end product. You can do whatever you want with this. Better clean up. Just a quick little taste. Alright, Mr. G, that was my art project, Chicken Alfredo. I believe I used all of the elements of art in this. So, yeah. Thank you.